Welcome back to Igniting Mercy. It's our third Saturday speaking about something that's not too easy to speak about. Having a hard time loving some people around us. Whether because they do things we don't like, we have different views, we've crashed in an unfortunate way because of certain circumstances, you name it. We've been speaking about loving our enemies. And we've spoke about how Jesus said we should not worry about our feelings because we're not always in control of our feelings, but we are in control of our actions. Like, love is a decision on how to act in love, even though we're angry, even though we're annoyed, even though there's contradiction all over. Jesus says, my friend, love your enemies. Don't lose your peace. Pray for them. Wish them well. Period. He's very clear. There's no room for hesitation here. Jesus says, love your enemy, period. Then the Saturday right after that, last Saturday, go back to the videos if you didn't see it. We talked about how Jesus says, I want to unite myself with you. I want to be one with you. If you go around and do things you shouldn't do and say things you shouldn't do with people you have a hard time loving, and you just you didn't plan on it just came out, you couldn't help it, and then you realize it was wrong. He says, it doesn't hinder me from uniting myself to you. But if you go around intentionally being spicy, intentionally giving people a piece of your mind, right, and not being kind, or withholding your hello from somebody, right, or not looking this way because this person is standing here, or crossing the same street at the same time, Jesus says, you go out of your way to be mean, you go out of your way giving into this lack of love towards somebody that's making you suffer, I can unite myself with you, right? It's like, don't kid yourself thinking Jesus loves me no matter what, because he knows your circumstances. He definitely knows my circumstances, but he says, I can't come to you, Cecilia, if you give into these feelings of not loving the other person, of being angry, of being mad, upset, losing your peace, being nervous, etc. So today we're going to close this series of 3 with entry 1695. And it says, then I heard the words, I am glad, says Jesus, you behaved like my true daughter. The background of the story is that a person came to visit Faustina, and this person had said a lot of lies about Faustina, had spoken badly behind her back, lied about her, embarrassed her in front of a large group of people. And Faustina only had to say one word to defend herself, but she decided to offer her silence and her humility as a sacrifice, and she prayed for that person. So when that person came to visit her, like nothing happened, she immediately had feelings running all over her body. Read the entry right before this. She says, I felt cold and hot at the same time, and I couldn't look straight into the person's eye. And then she said, I went on, I gave it to Jesus, and I trusted that he would give me enough graces to be kind even though I was uncomfortable. So right after this person leaves, Jesus says, I am glad you behave like my true daughter. Be always merciful as I am merciful. Love everyone out of love for me, even your greatest enemies, so that my mercy may be fully reflected in your heart. That's our message for today. We're not loving those who are hard for us to love because they deserve it. So forget about them apologizing, or him or her. Forget about them changing their ways because they've seen that they've done wrong. No, we're not looking for excuses to love our enemies. We're not looking for the bright side of their soul. If anything, Jesus says, love them out of love for me. So again, he leaves no room for excuses. Love your enemies, especially your enemies, so that they will see in your heart the reflection of my mercy. That's my question for you today. How has God's mercy been reflecting in your heart? Has His mercy only been reflecting for those you love and are in good standing with you? What about those that are not in good standing with you? Have they seen the mercy of Jesus in your heart? Have they seen the mercy of Jesus in my heart? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. So I have work to do. I bet the same is for you. So I leave you with this message, and I'll see you here again next Saturday. Take care.